Hi everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Melissa Lodge. I'm an RN registered nurse. Today I'll be talking about obesity in the United States, and my target audience is this high school class because it is important to start thinking about this earlier the better. Now, obesity results from an accumulation of excess body fat and can increase the risk of short-term and long-term health consequences, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So the problem with this is that one thing, obesity is the second leading cause of preventable death in the United States, second only to smoking. So good news, it's preventable. It can lead to complications like diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, osteoarthritis, bones rubbing together, can make you have to have knee surgery really easy, or just things where you're putting a lot of pressure on your body. Sleep apnea, where you stop breathing at night while you're sleeping, depression, chronic pain, just a long list of things that it can lead to. Common causes of obesity include eating a high-fat, high-cholesterol diet and a lack of physical activity, or like just sedentary behavior, sitting around a lot. If you look at the bottom of the screen, this is a BMI chart. If you have not seen it before, it's kind of a general just view of like where you kind of stand weight-wise. And so if you look on the left column and you find your height, and then you move to the right and you look up at the very top, there's some weights. So if you find the one that's closest to your weight and bring those together, it is color-coded with a key at the top, and it'll kind of let you know where you stand. So in order to assess learning needs, this is where you start. You want to see where you stand to begin with, what you need to know, what you need to learn, what you need to research or discover. So by surveying the community, one can conclude what information is well known and which topics maybe need to be elaborated on in a teaching plan. Some questions to think about. What are some indicators that you can tell if you're overweight? In what ways can you prevent or control obesity or being overweight? How much physical activity is recommended to maintain a healthy body weight? What is an example of a well-balanced meal? Do you feel there are any barriers to your success in maintaining a healthy lifestyle? This is important. You want to anticipate what challenges you might run into and have a plan on how to overcome those challenges. And then, do you have a support system? Support is huge in keeping you on your goal. People with the same mindset, people who are there to encourage you, help you when you're feeling down. On the bottom right, this is my food plate. It's like the just kind of standard for what a well-balanced meal should look like. It was created by Michelle Obama as an easy way to kind of see. So her recommendations with research are making half your grains whole grains. So when you look at a nutritional label, the first ingredient should be whole grains when you're looking at what kind of grains you want to include. You want to go lean with your proteins, not a whole lot of heavy, fatty meats, because those do have a lot of fat, a lot of cholesterol. Things like a big steak or something like that are really going to carry a lot of calories in fats. In your fruits and vegetables, you want to vary them. This means kind of like switching up the colors, because the colors represent different nutrients that your body needs. And get some calcium-rich foods in. If dairy is not your thing, there's other calcium-rich foods like fortified granolas, or just certain cereals, breads, or dairy if you're okay with dairy. So a good promotion model to follow is Orum's health model. So this really encourages patients to care for themselves, and in maintaining a healthy lifestyle, it really is up to the individual. We can help as much as we can with creating a plan, but when it comes down to following that plan, it's up to the individual to be in control of their health and their wellness. So The promotion model states that individuals can recover more quickly and holistically if they are allowed to perform their own self-care to the best of their ability. And it also encourages looking back and just evaluating what you're doing and making sure that you may stay on the right track. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So a healthy individual makes a lifestyle choice to become healthy or maintain health. Like I said, others can't be healthy for you. So you need the motivation and you need to stick to a healthy lifestyle. The nurse's role in this is to determine any deficits or learning needs in the individual and kind of support those deficits, help with resources or just kind of finding solutions to any problems that might arise. So our goal is for the community to take an active role in creating and maintaining a healthy lifestyle by utilizing behavior change techniques like goal setting behavior, self-monitoring, self-regulation. So that's all like Orum's health promotion model. It's about self-regulating. It's about monitoring your progress. Maybe you use a journal or whatever it takes to kind of keep you on your goal. In order to reach this goal, our outcomes will be increasing physical activities. Now, the things in the parentheses are kind of just a suggestion, such as, greater than or equal to 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous intensity exercise. Now, that's not perfect for everyone. You really want to listen to your body. I don't want you getting hurt or anything, but listen to your body and try to choose something that works for you, that is tangible, that you can reach, even if it's walking. You want to decrease sedentary behavior. So depending on your lifestyle, again, if you find yourself you need to be in front of a computer a lot for school, maybe take breaks in between, but just try to reduce the screen time overall so that you're not sitting too much. And then follow My Plate regulations. It's a pretty simple, easy to follow tool that Michelle Obama set out. She did a lot of research on it. She worked hard on it just to kind of picture what kind of meals are well-balanced meals and what kind of foods that we're looking for, what kind of foods we should be reaching for. So the evidence on this, over the last 3 decades, the mean body mass index, or BMI, has increased each decade worldwide, but US having the highest mean BMI. This costs us a lot of money in healthcare and resources because physicians' offices and hospitals need more resources. They need to be able to they need to have the equipment that supplies obese patients, like for equipment that maybe if they exceed the limit in certain medical equipment, they need some others. And it also puts the safety of the staff at risk also. On top of that, since I am trying to relate to this adolescent community, research suggests specifically to adolescents that adolescent obesity can result in unemployment later in life. It's associated with fewer years of schooling completed, lower income in young female adults, and obese adolescents have a 39% lower chance of obtaining a college degree than those of a healthy weight. So to kind of help lay this out, weight is lost when energy used is greater than energy intake. So that's making sure you have enough exercise to counteract the amount of intake you're taking. But just still follow the well-balanced meals. You don't want to be cutting out important food groups like the whole grains and things like that because you think it'll help you lose weight. You do want to have enough energy to fuel the exercise that you're doing. So just those two things together, the physical activity and the healthy diet, they're components in maintaining healthy weight. And as it states in Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, those two things are really the main focus here. And she has helped bring fresh foods to underserved communities. So finances are an issue. She's been working towards bringing fresh foods to places like Walmart where they can sell it a little bit cheaper, more nutritious school lunches, and an increase in activity programs in school. Evaluation is a super important tool in determining the effectiveness of your plan. You want to look back to find out what works, find out what doesn't work, and always be tweaking the plan. So first, a nurse can evaluate individual knowledge and see if there's still any knowledge deficit, or make sure the individual's doing the right interventions. And then Orem's health promotion plan can be evaluated to find out if it's the appropriate plan and determine the individual's level of participation and motivation in self-care. Orem stresses self-care management. This is up to you. You have to be motivated. You need to be ready. Just be really committed to the plan. And lastly, each outcome can be evaluated individually to determine the success of the goal. Like, did the client consistently exercise 60 minutes or more today, or whatever their goal was? Describe a typical day's food choices. What methods were used to self-manage and keep track of the plan and the outcomes? Did the individual run into any challenges or barriers, and how did they overcome them? So in conclusion, obesity is an extreme issue in the United States. It costs money, it threatens lives, it threatens the quality of life, lots of diseases, and just the best part is that it's preventable. So if we start early on with healthy habits, maybe we can keep carrying them on and pass them on to kids in the future, and just to the community, share our knowledge. It's best to start healthy habits as early as possible as a way to maximize the effectiveness and likelihood of the improved lifestyle. Watching what is consumed is a large step in the right direction. So as I said before, meals should be well balanced with a good amount of varied fruits and veggies. Half of grains should be whole grains, include lean proteins, include dairy or calcium-rich foods. Evaluate your plan regularly and reflect on things that might not be working and why. And always okay to update the plan to fit your lifestyle or your needs or whatever it is. So thank you so much for listening. Here are the references that I used for this project if you want to learn more, and have a great day.